guys, welcome back to eVivid Artistry. My name is Emily Artist. I am so sorry that I have been away for such a long time. Depression sucks. We're just gonna leave it at that. So today, as you can probably tell from the title of this video, it's my first ever review on this channel. I got 3 new palettes at Morphe today. So here is my lovely Morphe bag. I'm not going to show you all of the palettes that I got because they will come out in later videos, but today I really wanted to focus on the Blood Sugar palette. I know it's been out for a very long time. I personally have never used it. I have no idea how it's going to look or react, so I'm very, very excited. And it has a whole bunch of fun colors in there. So let me just go ahead and unbox it really quick. So this is the Blood Sugar palette. I love the color and I love how the packaging feels, and the letters feel nice and raised, which is nice. I love the little clasps. I'm sorry if I'm looking over here a lot. This is a viewfinder, so I'm just making sure I'm in frame. All right, so let's go ahead and open her up. And there she is. So because of the fact that this palette has been out for so long already and I'm just now getting on that train of using it, I know that there are hundreds and thousands of videos out there, but because you've already seen the palette, you already seen all the swatches, I'm not really going to go into that. I'm just going to use as many colors as I can in a look. So without further ado, let's dive into the Blood Sugar palette. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in so you can see everything that I'm doing. I went ahead and I pulled my hair back, and I did my eyebrows and prepped my eyelids for the eyeshadow off camera because today, like I said before, I just want to really focus on the eyeshadows. I'm very excited about all of these beautiful shades, like the purples and the pinks, but because this is the Blood Sugar palette and I'm really, really interested in this prick shade, I really want to do something that has more red. So I'm going to be taking this really big brush. This one is the Jaclyn Hill number 30 brush. I'm obsessed with this brush for a transition shade and for shades that I just really want to be blown out. So I'm going to be taking this shade, Tongue Pop. Ooh, smells really, really good. It has a very lovely vanilla scent to it. I'm taking that Tongue Pop shade and I'm just going to be placing this on the outer corner and then buffing it up and into the crease all the way to the outer corner. That is blending beautifully. I don't know if you can really see that. I like that. Now I'm going to be jumping into this shade called Prick. I really, really love the pan design for that. So for that, I'm going to be taking my Sephora Pro Drawing Shadow brush in number 41. I believe this one is discontinued now, but that's what it looks like. It's a very tight precision brush, and I'm just going to be taking Prick on the tip of that, and I'm just going to be focusing it on the inner part of my crease. And I might blend it down onto the lid. I'm not too sure yet. So I decided to kind of go a little bit farther with it, just because once I blend it, it'll blend a little bit easier, and I did take it down to the inner corners of my lid as well. So now I'm going to be switching to my Morphe M213 brush. This one is a very small packing brush. I'm going to be taking the shade Cherry Soda, and I'm going to be placing that on the middle to outer part of my crease and lid. This one is really, really red. It looks like Cheeto dust. Ooh. So you can see there is a little bit of fallout with that shade, but I did pick up a lot, so that was probably my bad. I'm now going to be taking that very precise blending brush, and I'm just going to be blending the 2 colors together. I am so sorry if you're watching this. I'm trying out a new camera to see if it works, and I'm sorry that if it's making my eyes literally look like they're bleeding, because they kind of are. So I'm just going to add a little more of that Prick shade to the inner corner of my eye. I kind of lost a little bit of that color when I was blending. So I'm liking it so far, that nice smooth transition from like more of a neon red shade to more of a deeper red shade. But now, I know I said it before, I couldn't really stay away from these purpley plum shades. I always love them. They're calling for me. So I'm going to be going into the shade Extraction. I love it because it's like a reddish, plumish, purpley shade, but it's so nice and dark. I feel like it's going to create a nice depth and drama to the eye, because we obviously need more drama because our eyes look like they're bleeding. So I'm just going to be taking that flat Morphe brush again, and so I'm just going to be placing that. Ooh, yes. Following that same line up and out. And I'm noticing with this one as well, there is some fallout going on. Which, again, I always do my eyeshadow first anyway, so it's not that big of a deal for me. But if you guys were wanting to do your eyeshadow, I would definitely recommend, especially if you're going to be using these darker, bolder colors, to do your eyes first. I'm just going to be taking that precision blending brush again, and I'm just going to be blending these two together. So as you can see, with me going at the angles that I did, it makes it a nice flattering gradient, and it shapes my eye into that almond shape that I was looking for. Okay, so once both eyes have this type of look to them, I think I want to go a little bit deeper on the outer corner. So I'm going to be using this color Coma. So I'm going to be taking that really small brush by Morphe, and I'm just placing that right on the outer corner and up in that same angle. Alright, so now that I have that where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and do some wing liner off camera, do the rest of my face, bronzer, blush, highlight, all of that, and then when we come back, we will do the lower lash line and finishing touches on the eyes. Alright, so now that the rest of my face is done, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the eye look. And I apologize if you hear a lot of bumps. I'm in an apartment building and the people above us love to play their music very loud, so I apologize if you can hear any of that. Alright, so I'm going to be using my small Morphe brush again, and I'm just going to be running Tongue Pop underneath my lower lash line. Then I'm going to be taking Prick, and I'm running that about halfway. Then I'm taking Cherry Soda. I'm placing that mostly on the outer corner. Then I'm mixing Extraction and Coma and placing that right out here. Okay, so now that my lower lash line matches my lid, I wanted to do something a little bit different. The pink in this palette is calling my name, the shade Cavity, and I was trying to figure out how to incorporate that with this look, just because I already did like everything all over, like an all over red smoky eye type situation. So I decided I was going to put some just on my lower lash line on the inner corner and see how it looks. So I ended up putting it on my lower lash line about halfway and then in my inner corner. So I'm going to top that off with Candy Floss just on the inner corner. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it definitely gives it a nice, pretty, pinky hue. Ooh, yes. So this is the eyeshadow look completely done. So I'm now just going to be putting on mascara and lashes off camera along with some lipstick just to finish up the look, and I will be right back. I am absolutely obsessed with this look right now. I love it. It's very fiery and with that nice hint of pink on the inner corner. I think it gives it a nice pop of color, even though the whole thing is very colorful, and I just love that. And no look using a Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette, especially this one, would be complete without using unicorn blood. So I forgot like how deep this red is and how like rusty it is, so I think it really goes well with the look. Alright, so here are my final thoughts on this palette. Overall, I think the palette is very nice. I love how heavy it is. I love how it feels on the outside. I love the texture. Now that's just like aesthetics, how it looks. It looks nice, it looks professional. I think it's very, very fun and innovative with these little clasps. It feels very sturdy. I feel like you could definitely bring it on a trip with you and it won't break. And also, speaking of bringing it on a trip with you, it has all of these amazing colors. Like, all of these amazing colors. You have your nice natural shades. You can create a nice natural look with this. But you also have your nice fun shades on the bottom. I flipped it upside down, but technically this is the bottom here. I think there's colors in here that anybody can use. There was a lot of fallout, not as much as I've seen for other eyeshadows, but there was enough fallout to where it did stain my cheeks, but I really don't care, to be honest. If that's a pet peeve for you, then I just wanted to, you know, let you know there is fallout. There's also pickup on the palette as well, so once you dip the brush in, the dust that kind of comes up, but it's not as bad as some palettes that I have seen. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst palette I've ever used in my life and 10 being the best palette, I'm gonna give this one, honestly, a solid 8 or 9. I think this one is really, really good. I think it's definitely worth the money. $52 as for right now. I definitely think it is worth the money, especially for what you're getting out of it. You're getting so many different shades, sturdy packaging, it doesn't feel cheap. It's definitely not cheap. So the only reason I'm not giving this a 10 out of 10 is that there were a couple of shades, a couple of the red shades, and I get it, reds are hard. Reds are very, very hard to make. It does take a little bit to build up the color, and whenever I would blend, it would get patchy. It would kind of blend and then it would get patchy and then some of it would go away. So if you use a very extremely light hand, like I mean you are barely touching the skin and you're just lightly feathering, it blends like a dream. You just kind of have to keep that in mind, or else you're going to be packing and blending and packing and blending when you really don't need to do all of that work. I think that's my issue with it. I think I need to play around with it a little bit more, but as of my first impressions, I'm saying it's a solid 8 or 9. So I really hope you guys liked this video today. It's something new. I've never reviewed anything on this channel before. I mean, I've given my opinions, but I haven't reviewed something brand new, and this is brand new to me. So that's why I decided to do it. First impressions, I'm very impressed with it and I will definitely use it again, and I would highly, highly recommend, if you can get your hands on it, pick it up. So thank you guys so much for watching me today. I hope you have a great day wherever you are. I would appreciate it so much if you guys would like this video, comment underneath more videos that you would like to see me do, if you want to see me do more reviews, or if you want to see me do more looks, and also subscribe to the channel and share it with all of your friends and family. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!